Hello my dear students, welcome back to the class. We will continue with our theory concept. The last two concepts which we have left out. Once it is explained briefly, but still let us have one more discussion. That is on the concept called ammeter. What do you mean by ammeter? Ammeter, it is a device used to measure the current, whereas the galvanometer is the device used to detect the current. We have asked in the previous class whether we can measure the current using galvanometer. Directly you cannot use it for measuring the current. You can convert the galvanometer into an ammeter by connecting a resistor with it parallel, a low resistance with it in parallel, because see here, ammeter, it is a device used to measure the current. So the thing what we are using there inside the ammeter should have very low resistance. If the ammeter itself is having higher resistance, then how it will measure the current? It's not possible. Think. So therefore what it should be? The resistance in the ammeter is very, very low. Whereas in galvanometer, the resistance is not as low as in ammeter. So what we have to do? We have to reduce the resistance of the galvanometer, and then you can convert it as or you can use it as an ammeter. How to reduce? See here. So ammeter is a device used to measure the current. Measure the current. It is having very low resistance. It is having very low resistance. Correct? Next. Galvanometer. It is a device used to detect the current. It is not having as low as, not a very low resistance, okay? So it cannot be used as a ammeter. It does not have very low resistance. Hence, cannot be used directly as ammeter. If you use directly it as an ammeter, then what resistance it has, it will change the amount of current. So you cannot measure it, correct? It will change the value of current in the circuit. To overcome these difficulties, what we have to do? We have to connect a very low resistance to convert galvanometer into ammeter. We have to connect a very low resistance. We have to connect a very low resistance in parallel with the coil. Let us take it as RS. In parallel with the galvanometer. Coil. We have to connect a very low resistance in parallel with the galvanometer coil. See here, I will show what it is. Let us take this as a galvanometer G. It is having its own internal resistance So let me mark it as capital letter R G. This one's internal resistance. That is, it is not very low. So what we will do, we will connect a low resistance in parallel with the galvanometer. Okay, we will connect a very low resistance resistor, that is RS, in parallel with the galvanometer. Now what happens when you connect it parallel? See, this is parallel combination. So total resistance is how much? Shall I write the total resistance? 1 by Rg plus 1 by Rs. Correct? That is equal to Rg, Rs, Rs plus Rg, and then low resistance, see here, is equal to Rg, Rs divided by Rs plus Rg. Correct? This is the value of the resistance, because 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2, etc. So here 1 by R is Rg, 1 by R2 is Rs, is equal to 1 by low resistance. Value we don't know, so we are calculating it like this. So lower resistance is equal to inverse of this one, that is Rg Rs by Rs plus Rg. Now look here, we have taken low resistance value small letter Rs. If this letter value is small, you are multiplying a small number with the bigger number will give you a smaller number. For example, 1000 into 0.00005. Is it a bigger number or a smaller number? It's a smaller number, correct? So therefore, a small value of resistance multiplying with a bigger value of resistance will give you a smaller value. So a small value plus a bigger value will be a bigger number itself. But when you divide a smaller number by a bigger number, you will get a smaller number. Therefore, total answer of this full is a small resistance. And hence, therefore, we are connecting a low resistance in parallel with the galvanometer to convert it into a ammeter. Understood? How we are converting it into an ammeter? By connecting a low resistance. So we call this low resistance as a shunt resistance. What do we call? Shunt resistance. We can also call it as shunt resistance. So what we have done, see, ammeter, it is a device used to measure the current. It should have the low resistance. If it is having high resistance, it cannot give you a correct value of the current, because it will not allow the flow of current. So it should have low resistance. A very good ammeter should have a low resistance. Now what about the galvanometer? It is a device used to detect the current. It will not have very low resistance as it is in the galvanometer. But we can make its resistance low by connecting one low resistor in parallel with it. By connecting a low resistance in parallel with it, we are converting the galvanometer. We can convert it into a galvanometer. Now, after making its resistance very, very low, we can work it with the galvanometer as a ammeter. So now, after connecting a low resistance in parallel with the galvanometer, the resistance of the galvanometer has become very, very low. Therefore, now the galvanometer is converted into a ammeter. See here, this will be the main current, I. It will be divided, Ig, galvanometer current, and one more current. Let me mark it as, see, main current comes, it will be divided here. So therefore, can I write it as I minus Ig current comes in this direction? I minus Ig. Okay. So original, it was only a galvanometer with its own internal resistance. That is I. Correct? what the current you are passing is directly for that. But now when you have connected it in the parallel with the low resistance, it has been divided into Ig and I minus Ig. Okay. Shall I move further? So we call that resistance as a shunt resistance. So let it be approximately equal to the value of it. Let it be approximately equal to Rs. Small value itself, that is Rs. Correct? Right? Next. Now look here. Potential difference across the galvanometer is equal to potential difference across the shunt resistance, because in parallel V is the same. So I will write potential difference across galvanometer is equal to potential difference across shunt resistance. Correct? In parallel, potential difference is same. Next, so V is equal to what? IR. What about potential difference across the galvanometer? IGRG. Correct? IGRG is equal to, what about the current potential difference? V is equal to IR. I minus Ig into R is Rs. Correct? Therefore, what we can write? Rs is equal to Ig Rg divided by I minus Ig. This is the formula to calculate, or this expression is to calculate the shunt resistance to convert the galvanometer into ammeter. Understood? This is actually the shunt resistance value, but we can calculate the shunt resistance. What value we have to use? By using this formula, that is Ig Rg by I minus Ig. This expression is for shunt required to convert the galvanometer into ammeter. This question is very important question for 3 marks. Okay. What is ammeter? How it works you should know. Okay. Ammeter is a device used to measure the current. It should have very low resistance. Then galvanometer is a device used to detect the current. It will not have very low resistance. So we cannot directly use it for measuring the current. So what we have to do? We have to connect a low resistance with it parallel. When a low resistance is connected to it in parallel, what happens? Low resistance value is Rg Rs by Rs plus Rg, which is approximately equal to Rs. That we call it as a shunt resistance. So that shunt resistance always in parallel, potential difference across them is same. So potential difference across this galvanometer should be equal to potential difference across the shunt resistance. So therefore we can write Ig, potential difference V is equal to IR. So therefore Ig Rg into I minus Ig by into Rg Rs. So therefore by equating we can write Rs is equal to Ig Rg by I minus Ig. This is how we can convert galvanometer into ammeter. See, Ig is nothing but current required for full scale deflection in the galvanometer. Full scale deflection means the pointer should show full deflection from 0 to 30. So full scale deflection, how it is, I will show it in the next class. I will bring an galvanometer and I will show it to you. Okay. Shall I move further? Yes. Next concept is converting the galvanometer into voltmeter. Can we convert the galvanometer into voltmeter? What is a voltmeter? Voltmeter is a device used to measure the voltage or potential difference, correct? See, for that 3 marks, you should draw those 2 diagrams, okay? 2 diagrams, one which I had drawn over here, one more this diagram, 2 diagrams important, then those points you have to write. So please write it in your notes. Very, very important question for 3 marks. It has come in most of the question papers, okay? Next is voltmeter. So the next concept is voltmeter. Voltmeter is a device used to measure the potential difference across any component. Okay, it is a device used to measure the potential difference across any components. It should be always connected in parallel. Always connected in parallel. Because always whenever it is connected in parallel, potential difference will be same in the previous one and the next one also, correct? See, when the 2 resistors are connected in parallel, whatever the voltage is present here, potential difference is present here, same potential difference will be present here also. So always the voltmeter should be connected in parallel. What about the ammeter? Ammeter should be always connected in series, okay? Ammeter, write a point as a note in the previous ammeter, okay? That is, ammeter should be connected in series. If you write that particular point in that previous question itself, that is, what is ammeter? In that one, if you write, it's better. So write down in that one itself under the ammeter, that ammeter should be always connected in series, okay? Because however, the ammeter is having low resistance. So, and also one more thing is ammeter, see, when a resistors or the apparatus, when they are connected in series, current is same here. Here whatever current is present, same current will be present here also, same current present here also. So whenever the ammeter is connected in series, same current can be measured. So therefore always the ammeter is connected in series and voltmeter is connected in parallel. It's very, very important point for your theory purpose also, for your practical purpose also, and also for the MCQs, okay? So always ammeter should be connected in series and voltmeter should be connected in parallel, okay? Then resistance of the voltmeter is very, very, very high. A good voltmeter should have high resistance. High resistance. It should have very, very high resistance. These are the 3 points for the voltmeter. What were the 3 points for ammeter? Ammeter is a device used to measure the current. Then ammeter should be always connected in series. And then ammeter should have very, very low resistance. Whereas a voltmeter, it should be connected in parallel. It should have high resistance and potential difference across any components can be measured using the voltmeter. Now the next is, can we convert the galvanometer into voltmeter? Galvanometer as a voltmeter? Yes, we can convert it into voltmeter. But what is actually the work of galvanometer? Galvanometer is a device used to detect the current. That you will write over here. Then it is a device used to detect the current. What about the resistance in the galvanometer? It is not as high as the voltmeter. It is not having high resistance. high resistance. So what we should do? We have to connect one resistor with this galvanometer to make this galvanometer's resistance as a high resistance. So act just like previous one, here also you should draw one diagram. Galvanometer with its own resistance Rg. The current is I. We can convert this galvanometer into voltmeter by connecting the high resistance in a series with it. So I is the current what we are sending. The current across this galvanometer whatever moves is nothing but Ig. The same current will be seen here also. So the high resistance value, capital letter R it is taken. A high resistance value, capital letter R, should be connected in series. Series, whenever you connect a resistor, Rs is equal to R1 plus R2. So total resistance is, what about the total resistance now for the galvanometer? Resistance is equal to Rg plus R is the total resistance in the galvanometer now. So therefore galvanometer's resistance is high. High resistance should be connected in series with the galvanometer. Therefore the total value will be how much? A high value, a bigger number is added to a smaller number will be approximately equal to a bigger number. So Rg plus R is approximately equal to R. Correct? Rg plus R. Can you see those? Rg plus R is approximately equal to R. Now can see no? Rg plus R is approximately a bigger number adding with the smaller number will give you a bigger value itself. Now if we apply the Ohm's law, what about Ohm's law? Apply Ohm's law. What do we get? V is equal to IR. I is now we have taken it as Ig. R is nothing but Rg plus R. V is equal to IR is the Ohm's law, that is Ig into Rg plus R. So we can write it as Ig by Rg plus Ig, So we can write the expression for Ig or R. What is the expression for R we can write? So to write the expression for R, I'll write Ig Rg plus Ig R is equal to V. Shall I erase this? Yes, I'll write over here. Okay. Now look here. V is equal to, I want expression for R. I will shuffle it. I can write it as IgR is equal to V minus IgRg, or else R is equal to V minus IgRg by Ig. Correct? Taking Ig to the other side. Therefore, can I write it as R is equal to V by Ig minus Rg. This is the expression for the resistance, the value of high resistance. This is the resistance which should be connected to a galvanometer to get the, to convert galvanometer into voltmeter. This much amount of the resistance should be, that is high resistance should be connected to a galvanometer to convert it into voltmeter. So this is how we can convert galvanometer into voltmeter. So in the previous one is we have converted galvanometer to ammeter. So to convert galvanometer to ammeter, you have to connect a low resistance in parallel with the galvanometer, whereas to convert the galvanometer into voltmeter, you have to connect a high resistance in series with the galvanometer. And you should always know the ammeter should be always connected in series and voltmeter should be always connected in parallel. This concept actually that how to connect and all, you have learned it in your 10th standard itself in the chapter called electricity. So remember that point is your basic concept. So please don't forget those points to write. These two concepts, that is conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter and ammeter, are the very, very important question for 3 marks. And you are going to do this practicals in your lab also. You will have it as a practicals in your lab as soon as you come to our college. Okay. Next, shall we solve some problems which are remaining? Yes, here is the next question. A moving coil galvanometer has a resistance. A moving coil galvanometer has a resistance of 30 ohm and it gives full scale deflection for 10 milliampere. Okay, it gives full scale deflection for 10 milliampere means Ig is equal to question number 18, correct? Full scale deflection for how much amount of current? 10 milliampere of current. So Ig is equal to 10 milliampere. How do you convert? Galvanometer resistance means Rg is equal to how much? 30 ohm. How do you convert it into an ammeter? Ammeter, we have to convert it into ammeter. So therefore, we have to connect what? A low resistance in series with it. That resistance value we have to find out. So that reading of the current is equal to 10 ampere. So I will write I is equal to 10 ampere. What is the formula we can write? Which formula we can write? We have used one. Rs is equal to, correct? What is the value we can formula? Which formula we have to use to convert it into ammeter? That formula of the resistance we have to use. Rs is equal to Ig Rg by which formula it is? Ig by I minus Ig. I minus Ig. Ig 10 milliampere. Rg 30. I is how much? 10 minus Ig is 10 into 10 to the power minus 3. Substitute and calculate. What is the answer you are getting? Give me the answer. It is equal to 0.03 ohm, correct? This much small resistance you should add, connect it in parallel with the galvanometer to convert it into ammeter. You have to write, therefore 0.03 ohms of resistance should be connected in parallel with the galvanometer to convert it into ammeter. You have to write last sentence, okay? I will not write, you have to write. Shall I move further for next question? Question number 19. A moving coil galvanometer has a resistance of 75 ohm. Resistance of 75 ohm. Moving coil galvanometer is having the resistance of 75 ohm. And range 0.15 milliampere. So current is 0.15 milliampere. How do you convert it into a voltmeter reading up to 15 volts? So V is equal to 15 volts it should be. How to convert it into voltmeter is the question. So formula to calculate is R is equal to, what was the formula we got at the end to convert? V by Ig minus Rg, correct? So when we substitute, V is 15 divided by 0.15 into 10 to the power minus 3 minus Rg is 75. Calculate, what is the answer you are getting? Take your calculator. The answer what we get is 99925 ohm, correct? 99925 ohm. Are you getting the same? Check. So this is how we can convert galvanometer into voltmeter by connecting it in series with the galvanometer. The next question. Question number 20. A galvanometer coil has a resistance of 15 ohm and the meter shows full scale deflection of the current 4 milliampere. So Ig is equal to 4 milliampere and Rg is equal to 15 ohm. How will you convert it into a galvanometer into ammeter of the range 0 to 6 ampere? So I is equal to 6 ampere. So use this formula and solve. Okay, you will get the answer. You have to connect that particular low resistance in parallel with the galvanometer to convert it into an ammeter should be the last sentence of that particular problem. Understood? Any doubts? Please try to solve as many as problems you can. Okay? Thank you.